Hey there guys, it's Tina and I'm back. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. All right, listen. I have some new products I want to play with. So what do we do when we have those things in our arsenal? We do a get ready with me, right? So I can play with these products and chat with you guys. So today I'm trying out the new Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty. I was excited about this palette, all right? I was so excited, so I went ahead and grabbed this during the Sephora sale that is still going on right now. I am loving the eyeshadow look, so you're gonna see me apply this and hear my thoughts along the way. I also have a new foundation, the new one from Rose Inc. This is the Soft Light Skin Smoothing Liquid Foundation. We're gonna apply this and I'll give you my final thoughts. I also have the new concealer from YSL. This is the All Hours Precise Angles Concealer. We're gonna test this guy out, as well as a couple of new blushes. Hold on. We have Givenchy, and this is one of their Prism Libre blushes. It's the shade number 3. Loose powder blush. I wanted to try this out. Pricey little beast. We'll try that out. And I also have this new blush from Valentino for their holiday collection. What else are we trying out that's new? Some new brushes from Refer. These are the Max brushes. They just released these in a set. I'm testing these out. I thought I was going to use the minis as well, which I also have, but they're having a sale right now, which is why I wanted to try them out in this video with you guys, so you can see them in action in case you wanted to take advantage of their sale. Best prices. I will leave my link below. It's an affiliate link, which will give me a kickback if you use my links down below. Please consider using my links because, it gives back to the content. And what else? That's it, I think. So if you want to see how I created this look and chat with me, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, guys. So as usual, we're starting off with a clean, freshly washed face. I did go ahead and fill in my brows and apply my eyeshadow base and primer. I used my Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion and my MAC Lane Low Paint Pot all over my lids. And we're going to dive right in because I have tons and tons of products to try out, and I'm really excited to just dig right in. And of course, you already know we're using the Pretty Grunge palette from Huda Beauty that I picked up during the sale because, I told you I was gonna get this. So I was a little bit surprised about this palette, to be honest. I expected it to be very neutral leaning gray, right? Not so much neutral leaning mauve here. In fact, I think it's a little bit more cool toned than neutral toned. I was expecting it to be neutral, and I don't know how I feel about that. It's a lot more smoky as well. But you know what? That was really my fault because the description on the Sephora website says a smoky, cool tone palette of wearable and versatile shades, including a black eye gloss and sparkly blacks and silvers with finishes that range from matte nudes to multi-chromatic foils. So I should have expected it to be cool tone, but it said silvers. I mean, there are 2 sparkly shades in there that border on silver, but not really. And from the swatches, you'll see that there are a lot of darker and medium tones in this palette, which is not a bad thing. There are a couple of lighter shades mixed in, so I don't think that's a bad combination of shades at all. I just expected a little bit more grays, but that's fine. There are more mauvey, purpley tones and like pinky hues in here. Definitely more cool tone, and there's that one creamy black, which I can do without. I don't need a cream shadow in here. And it's also weird because there's a matte black powder shadow included, so I don't know where they were going with it. But let's go ahead and get this on our eyes. And I have some new brushes. I have this set from Sonia Kashuk. They're so pretty. The handles are gorgeous. It's this beautiful deep teal, right? Stunning. And it includes brush shapes that I love, so these blend-in brush types. But I also have the Refer brushes. So I picked up the Max and Mini set. They recently launched these. So it's a combination of brushes in larger sizes and smaller sizes than their existing collection, but the same shape. So for instance, this is the number 1 Max, and this is the number 1 Mini. So you see, It's like a mini and an extra large version of the same brush. I'm sure I have the number 1 regular size somewhere buried in my brushes, but I don't have the energy to dig for it right now. So just imagine a medium-sized brush to these two. So I'm going to go between these brushes. It's mainly blending brushes though. We have a couple of lay down, I guess. So let's just get right in. Enough of that. So how have you guys been? What did you pick up in the sale? Let me know. I'm going to do a haul video so you will see what I picked up. I feel like I kind of went overboard because I got a lot of things that I really didn't need and didn't intend on getting. But then again, I also feel like I didn't because the majority of it was fragrance. And I tend to just get fragrance during the sale because it's a good time to get a discount. All right, how should we do this? Let's start with the shade Love Anarchy, which is like a tan shade, but I don't know how deep it's gonna be. But from the swatches, I'm telling you, the shades are more medium to dark, so I don't think these are gonna be like really light shades. So even though it looks kind of light in the palette, I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit, yeah, see? It's like my skin tone, but with a cool pinky mauvey undertone instead. That's cute. I'm using the Rephr 01 Max, so it's a great brush to just get right in the crease. And this is a good base color so far. So like I said, what did you guys pick up? How's it going? What's going on? Are you getting ready for the holiday season? I know a lot's going on right now in the world, and I've kind of stayed away from the topic just because it's bringing me down, you know, to see the genocide that's happening. And I really don't want to talk about it, and I don't have enough information. Like, I'm not educated enough on the topic, if I'm honest, and I don't feel like I should be the one speaking up about it. But I do want to say that, you know, it's horrible what's going on. It's horrible all the way around, and it's a genocide at the end of the day because you have this huge force that's going against a smaller force, and there are a lot of civilians that are being punished for the crimes of a smaller group. So yeah, and it's awful. And like I said, I don't want to talk about it because I want to escape it. And it's not me like just being oblivious or turning a blind eye or not wanting to speak about it. But I want this channel to kind of still be an escape, you know? So that's how I feel about it. I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, it's criminal what's going on. No matter how you slice it, it shouldn't be happening. There are too many casualties, too many innocent lives. It's just But I'm not gonna get political. So other than that, how's it going? Did you pick up anything from the sale? I feel like some of what I picked up from the sale was kind of retail therapy as well, to kind of soothe my soul a bit. You know, do you do that? Do you shop as therapy? It's not a good way to go, but it's better than some of the alternatives, right? So yeah, I think some of the shopping had to do with me kind of trying to cope. Let's go in with what other shade? Let's do Fearless, which is this mauvey mid-tone. It's given very cool tone purple, which is fine because a purple, I like a cool tone purple. It's not really purple, you know what I mean? But it's like a purpley brown. And let's apply that to the outer lid. So far, the shades are applying well. Let's talk about shows. Let's talk about shows. Necessary segue. So what shows have you guys been watching? I have actually started watching Scandal. I never watched it before. I watched How to Get Away with Murder when it debuted on Netflix. I was able to watch that because I wasn't watching cable. Honestly, I cut my cable off a long time ago. I just stuck to YouTube and like the streaming services, but I didn't have cable, so I didn't watch How to Get Away with Murder during, you know, its prime time on TV. Let me zoom out just a little bit. And I definitely didn't watch Scandal. In fact, I didn't want to watch Scandal all this time. All this color is applying nicely. I guess I like a cool tone, winey purple shade, like a mauvey shade, but I still feel like I wanted grays. There have been a couple of gray tone palettes that came out recently though. So I picked up 2 of the palettes from the Halloween collection with Glamlight, which I don't mind those palettes. I have the one from last year and I like it. So I picked up 2 of the palettes. They launched 2 more that is related to what? Nightmare on Elm Street, I think. But they've just done too much and the timing was just all over the place. I couldn't be bothered. So I just picked up, I think it was I picked up the Ghostface palette, which is very gray tone, like cool tone grays with silvers and stuff. And also the, what is this one? The Friday the 13th palette, which is also gray tone, but then it has a pop of red in there. So I'm thinking those 2 palettes should suffice because the other 2 palettes, the Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Master palette has red tones. I don't need any more reds. And then the Freddy Krueger palette is greens, which yeah, I could get that one. That one's the most attractive to me. But the swatches are really ugly. Like, swatches can turn me off of a palette. Is that just me? And these are the swatches from the brand. They're really ugly, so I don't want those 2. And then I have to buy them separately and pay for shipping separately. So far I bought the 2 palettes from them and I had to pay $16 in shipping. And I'm just like, I didn't like how they staggered the releases. So it's like, if you wanted to get all the palettes and just pay shipping one time and get it in like, you know, come on, environmentally friendly, 1 box, that's it. No, they didn't allow that. And I reached out to them when I ordered the second palette. I was like, hey, because the first one didn't ship yet, right? So I was like, hey, is there any way to combine these 2 orders so I don't get 2 different shipments? And they're like, no, we can't accommodate that because we're prepping to ship out the first one and the second one isn't ready to go in. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother because what I was gonna say is just hold my order, which is probably putting them out of their way anyway. So that was me like, you know, I didn't want to be a pain in the ass, but really I wanted to be like, just hold the second order until, you know, it's ready and then ship the first order with it. Like, you don't have to, yeah, whatever. But they didn't want to do that. And I was just like, oh, forget it. I'm not even gonna bother. And that even turned me off some more. It's like customer service and like little things like that, because Sydney Grace will do that, right? When they have their sale, they'll hold your orders. So if you make 5 different orders because they have different sale days, they'll hold all the orders, refund you shipping if you paid for multiple shipping, you know, costs, and then ship everything together. So I feel like with the way they staggered the shipments or staggered the releases, they should have really accommodated that. But whatever, it just turned me off. So I didn't get the other 2. But those 2 are gray tone palettes, the ones that I ordered. So I'm not too worried about this being cool tone. All that to say, right? So let's go in now with, let's do Renegade, which is the deeper mauve-y shade. And you saw from the swatches, right? The colors are a little bit richer. I'm still using the same brush. Refer has a sale, by the way. I will leave my link down below. It's an affiliate link, so I will get credit if you make a purchase through that link and I will get a kickback. So please consider using my links or any other affiliate that you're comfortable with and you want to support. Use their links for the sale. It's a direct link. There's no code or anything, but there's a link and we will get that credit, you know. It's a great way, again, to show you support for the channel because it doesn't change the price. It just gives us a kickback. So please consider using my link. I will leave it down below. But they're having a great sale. So if you wanted to grab these brushes or any other brushes from their site, which let me tell you right now, they have great prices for Fude style brushes, and they have the typical style brushes that you would get, you know, in your collection, like the blenders, the shaders, the lay down brushes, the bullet brushes, the pencil brushes, all that. So definitely check them out. I think they have the best prices of the year during this holiday season. Like for Black Friday and the holidays, yeah, it's their best prices. So check them out. These colors are applying and building really well. So yeah, I started watching Scandal. I'm on season 3 right now, and I think I was right for avoiding it all this time. The whole premise that Olivia Pope, who is played by what's her face? Kerry Washington. black woman is having an affair with the white president, right, who is married, it just gives me the ick. It's always given me the ick, which is why I never wanted to watch it. But so many people have raved about Scandal and they were like, oh my god, it's so good. And then since I enjoyed How to Get Away with Murder, I was like, all right, let me go ahead and watch it, right? All right, should we go in with one of the shimmers? I feel like, let me see, Haphazard, which is the marble shade. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, so we have these two silvery looking shades, which I don't want to use at all. Let's use Haphazard, this shade here, this marbly shade. I'm gonna pick it up on my finger. I've been using my finger more and more for eyeshadows because multi-chromes are supplied well with your finger, and I've kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable doing it. I don't prefer it, but I'm a little bit better with it because I have nails and I don't want the shadow to get under my nails, and it's like so ick. It's just eh. By the way, this nail polish, shut your mouth right now. How pretty is this? This is like the perfect fall nail polish. It's this deep brownie bronze with little reflex of green and gold. It's stunning. It's from Mooncat. Oh god, of course I would drop it, right? But it's Mooncat and the shade is Dark Horse. Oh my god, this is so good. They used to be Live Love Polish and they changed over to Mooncat. Formula, gorgeous. This is like a 1 coater polish, 2 to get like full-on opacity, but look at this. These are not my nails. I went over, you know, my Kiss nails with this. And I mean, perfection. If you use Out the Door top coat, that's the top coat I would recommend. It's shiny, it's beautiful. Everybody that sees these nails are like, oh my god, those are gorgeous. I went to the dentist, all the girls were like, oh my god, I love those nails, tell me more. And I'm like, Dark Horse, Mooncat, they're online only, but you know, it's gonna be fine. Get it, it's so gorgeous. But then everybody was like, oh, we get gel, and I'm like, y'all need to stop. Gel has taken over, like all the girlies get gel, and I'm like, I don't do gel, I do regular nail polish. They're like, but does it last? And people have gotten so used to gel and its longevity that they don't think that regular nail polish can last anymore. And I'm like, yes, it does. Just use a good top coat. For my top coat, again, Out the Door. I will link it down below. I'm telling you. Boom. Pretty. Oh, it's so gorgeous. And then I went to the mall. How about this? Y'all that dress up to go to the mall. How do you do it? Like, I was in the MCM store because I wanted to get a crossbody bag. I want to get one of their totes, actually. I think I'm going to get one for Christmas. That's my treat to myself. But I wanted to get a crossbody bag because I like the designs and I like the style. I just like them, right? So I went in the store and there was this girl. She came in and she was just like about her business. She shopped there before. Like, she's all about, you know, this is what I do. And she's like dressed to the nines, in heels too, by the way. So I'm like, who does this? Like, who gets dressed up to go to the mall? Mind you, it's Aventura Mall in close to Miami. So I get it, okay? It's Aventura Mall where you have the Gucci and the Givenchy and the MCM and the Balenciaga and, you know, all them high-end stores are in the mall. So I get it. It's kind of bougie, okay? But I go to the mall and Target busted as hell. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and some flip-flops, okay? The most you might see me in is maybe some Tory Burches, right? Because I'm not wearing heels, okay? You must be out your mind. Why am I wearing heels? Okay, I'm gonna go in now with Stand Up, which is this like shimmer shade. Oh, I just picked up the O2 Max shader brush. And I'm gonna use that. I used it to apply some of the Haphazard shade. Yeah, but she was like in heels, like actual heels. And I'm like, when will I ever be that person? Like, when will I ever be that put together that I get dressed up to go shopping? Because I've never been that person. Tell me, how do you do it? For people who do that, like get dressed up like it's an event to go to the mall, to go shopping, like how do you find the energy? How do you find the time? How do you overall find the motivation? Because I ain't got it. Like, I'm going to the mall, girl, I'm putting on some comfy shoes and comfy clothes, because if I'm gonna try clothes on, I want to be able to just on and off, right? This color is gorgeous. This one here, it's the light, is it the lightest? No, well, we have the little silver shade, right? But this is like the lightest, yeah, pretty much the lightest shimmer in the palette. That's not one of the sparkly ones. And I love it. That is pretty. So yeah, like, where do you find the motivation? Even people that go to the airport dressed up. I'm trying to get there, okay? And I see people in heels too in the airport, which makes, like, I love heels, okay? When I used to work in the office, I would be there in heels every day, okay? It was a thing where people would come and see what outfit I was wearing, to see what shoes I was wearing, because I would wear these, like, back in the day when you had, like, the Jeffrey Campbell thing going on. Y'all remember, I'm aging myself, but Jeffrey Campbell was a thing. So, you know, you had all these, like, spiffy shoes. So I had, like, the 6-inch heels with the cutout heel, you know, where it was the platform but the cutout, and I had like the different colors, and like my heels were always popping. So people in the lab, like men in the lab, would come and look at my shoes because they were like, oh, we heard you had on some fire heels today, we wanted to see them. That was me. So it's not like heels are some far-fetched notion to me. I used to model as a kid, so I've been wearing heels since I was 10. So I could walk in some heels, right? But then I sprained my ankle. And it's been all downhill since then. And now I'm 40, and then I gained so much weight that, oh, by the way, I'm just gonna sneak this in the middle of a video. I lost 20 pounds. Oh my God, and I feel so much better. I had put on like a pretty significant amount of weight during COVID, and it's because of age too, because I've gotten older. I wasn't eating the best. I stopped going to the gym as well. I was gonna say as much. I wasn't going to the gym at all. And just like eating like it's all good, you know, because I'm so used to that, and it ain't the same anymore, child. I'm over the hump. So now I gained weight like really significantly, and my body was just feeling so weighted down. It felt so hard to move, you know, and I didn't have the motivation to move anymore. And I was like, all right, we need to get on this. We need to get on it, okay? I wasn't feeling good at all. My A1C was all over the place. So I was like, get it together, girl. So I went on, it's not necessarily a diet, you know, I just changed a little bit of how I eat. So I changed my eating habits. So portions control, like portion, I've cut down a lot of like the portions of what I eat. And then if I'm gonna eat certain foods, like I haven't really significantly changed the kinds of food, but if I'm going to eat like a dessert type thing or ice cream, I eat it early in the day, right? So I save like less caloric foods for later, right? And I stopped eating late at night. So my cutoff, I don't really have like a crazy cutoff. Like I'm not like regimented or anything. Let's go in with, let's see. I'm feeling like we should try out the black, you know, for shits and giggles. So that shade is Renegade. And I'm going to use the 14 Max from Refer, because it's a little bit more pointed, but I love these brushes so much. Definitely, if you're gonna take advantage of the Refer sale, maybe consider getting one of these sets. Depending on like the size of brushes you use, I think the Max is a really great one for me especially. Let me see what the Max, you know what? I should show you guys what the Max and the Mini look like. All right, let me see. The Max brushes, don't think they're gonna be super huge, okay? They're not crazy oversized brushes at all. They're just larger. Yeah, so these are the Maxes. So you see, they're just, to me, they're regular sized brushes. But that's just to me. I feel like some of the bristles may be longer and some of the shapes may be wider. But not significantly. I feel like these are the size of brushes that I would use anyway. And then here are the minis. So this is for like detailed work, smaller eyes. I feel like either set you can't go wrong, or pick up both sets. I feel like both would work out. Again, with their price points the way they are, I feel like it's worth looking into, you know? All right, that black is giving me a little smoke, you know, but not too much. And I'm just gonna make sure I blend it so it blurs into the purple. And it's kind of creating a darker purple than we had before. That looks good, actually. Let me put a little bit more on this side. Yeah, that looks good. Let me get my blending brush. Going back in with the 01 Max. And you can buy the brushes individually as well as in sets. I like to buy brushes individually just because I can select the brushes I want, but I feel like these sets are pretty diverse and they're brushes that everybody could use. So I feel like getting the set wouldn't be bad. All right, for the highlight, let's use the light pink, which is Freedom. So we have this light shade and then this one. This is more yellow ivory. I feel like we should use the pink, but is it gonna be too dark? No, okay, good. We're fine. So yeah, like I'm not gonna wear heels to the airport. No, as much as I love heels, I would never. Cause you're running to your flight, you're standing around, like getting to your gate sometimes can be like a walk, and then maybe you have to catch the shuttle in between, and like, why am I wearing heels? I don't know how these women get away with wearing heels. And then I'm picking up some of the light ivory shade. This one is Heroin. The other one, yeah, was Freedom, the pink one. And just tapping it in the center because it's a little bit lighter than the pink, so it's going to lighten up that pink. And since you have the whole palette, why not mix and match, girl? So yeah, like, no, I'm not doing that. Not in heels. I don't know how these women do it. And men, whoever, femme presenting. I don't know how y'all wear heels at the airport. It don't make no sense. So this girl was in her heels, like slayed. Makeup done up to the nines, hair laid, like everything about this girl, this woman anyway, she's a grown-ass woman, but I call women girls. Listen, okay, we're all feminine and girly and cute. So she was, oh God, fierce. Like, she looks so good. I was like, oh my God, I want to be like you when I grow up, because that will never be me. Never. Like, who, what, me? No, never. Okay. All right, I'm actually going to my aunt's house. It's my niece's birthday. Well, actually, it's my cousin's daughter, who ends up being my second cousin, but she's also my goddaughter. But in my family, like, you're my niece, okay? You call me auntie, okay? We don't play that. I'm not your second cousin. We're grown. Like, don't play with me. So it's her birthday. We're going over there for her birthday. So this kind of has to last because I'm filming a little bit close to the time we have to leave. So I'm not going to wash this off unless I do. No, I feel like we're good. We're good. Should we try one of the sparkly shades just in the center just to see what it looks like? I feel like I want to use a little bit of Rebel, or is it Rebel? It's spelled Rebel with a L-E on the end, so I don't know. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spritz my finger because I feel like this is too much. But yeah, I don't know how y'all do it. Like, I wore heels to work, but I was sitting down. I'm not walking around a mall. I feel like I want to make sure this kind of presses out, almost like creating a cream eyeshadow with it. Because it's kind of, I don't like it. Let me just pop that. Yeah, I don't like how the shimmer is. It's kind of flaky and kind of sparse and chunky. I don't like the shimmer at all. I don't like the two shimmers in the palette. I mean, they're pretty, right? Come in, let me show you. Let me show you. So it's pretty, but I feel like yeah, definitely apply these with your finger so you can kind of warm them up and press them. Because it's pretty. Okay, I'll give it that. It's pretty, but it's kind of flaky and I don't like it. I don't like the texture of it, but that's fine. Now I gotta do some more blending. But yeah, so I don't know how y'all do it, but I aspire and I want to be that sleek person at the airport, right? And I'm kind of doing that now because I've gotten, like, my carry-on is from Monos. So, like, my carry-on is cute. My little backpack that matches my, like, everything's cute, right? The carry-on. But I'm always fumbling, right? But I, like, got my outfit down where I have my sweater that kind of doubles as a blanket. I have my flare jeans, right? And then I tend to wear flip-flops, right? Because I have TSA pre-check, so I don't take shoes off, which is good. And, like, I'm striding through the airport, and I feel a little cute. I feel a little cuter now. And the hair is usually in a ponytail or down, depending, right? With the hoops, and I'm giving that motherfucker is not real vibes. Like, that's the kind of sleek. Because as much as that girl went viral for what she said, she looked so sleek and put together because she had the slick back bun, right? And she had the little black tank top. Was it black? Yeah. And then she had the jeans where she tucked in and she looked sleek with the belt. She looked sleek, girl. So that's what I'm using as my inspiration. Sleek. So that's what I've been wearing, believe it or not. Like bell-bottom jeans or like wide leg jeans, right? From very comfortable, very soft, right? And my little belt with my tucked in tank and my blanket sweater. Oh my god, so I'm like gliding through the airport looking cute, but heels will never happen. Never happen. So tell me how y'all do it. So anyway, back to Scandal. So I'm watching Scandal and like I said, I don't like the vibe of this black woman being the mistress of this man in power, this white man in power, and like his wife is aware of the situation and she's calling her all kinds of whore, and I'm just like, I don't like the vibe. Even though Olivia Pope is supposed to be this powerful, smart woman in DC, it's still, I don't like it, right? And then I don't like how this man is acting either, and like the back and forth, like, couldn't be me, could not be me. I've been stupid in love for real, but nah, you ain't gonna have me out here looking real crazy, right? And then the little bits and pieces where you see some joy in the relationship, I don't think that's enough to keep going. Like, yeah, I definitely don't like the whole premise of it, but fine. It's cute, you know, I'm getting along, I'm watching and carrying on. I really love Huck. Huck is my favorite. I'm so in love with him. All right, we're gonna try out a new foundation, as I mentioned in the intro, from Rose Inc. So this is the Soft Light Skin Smoothing Liquid Foundation. I hope this doesn't betray me, which is why I went in with my Estee Lauder, the Mattifier Shine Control Perfecting Primer and Finisher. Great. Always dropping something, child, but it's such a great primer for oily skin. It keeps the oils at bay. Really love it. And I've been using primers more and more the better they've gotten, because yeah, they really help with longevity of your makeup. So this foundation is new from Rose Inc. It's $54 and there are how many shades available? 31 shades. Let's look at the shade range because my shade is 24W medium deep warm. I think there's a decent range of dark tan shades, but not enough rich deep shades because there's only one shade really, which is 31N deep with a neutral undertone. That shade may be cute, but it's just not enough. 28W seems to be deep too, but shade range, it's okay, but it's not the best. It is definitely not the best. But my shade, like I said, is the 24W medium deep with warm olive undertones, it's saying. Let's go ahead and shake it up and we'll get to applying it. It's a clean medium coverage foundation that's smoothing, weightless, and buildable, has a natural finish, and is ideal for acne-prone skin. All right. So it has an adaptive skin balancing complex that visibly reduces redness, pores, excess oil, good for acne prone skin. Okay, that sounds like something for me. Excess oil, yeah, if you balance my skin, perfect. It has targeted hydration complex with Ectoin, which is an emollient blend to calm, replenish, and hydrate skin where needed. Fermented reishi mushroom, reishi, supports the moisture barrier for plumper, smoother looking skin. I've heard stuff about that mushroom, so we're gonna run with it. It's an innovative, non-comedogenic formula that blurs and smooths for a natural looking, soft focused finish. Bioengineered skincare balances the skin to calm, hydrate, and brighten while visibly minimizing pores, blemishes, redness, and excess oil for custom fit coverage. Okay, and they claim clean. I don't buy into that clean bullshit, but all right, let's look at the ingredients really quickly. So water is the first ingredient, but dimethicone is second. So it is a silicone-based foundation. Why is there a pepper seed extract in here? Girl, what you mean? There's some fruit extracts and some leaf oils in here as well. There's squalene as well, which is a good ingredient to have. All right, it's a lot of dimethicones and conicones, right? And also glycerin. So it's going to be a silicone formula, which is probably why they said it's going to be blurring and smoothing. Let me just wipe off this. So we shook it up, right? All right, so yeah, I watched Scandal, and then, oh my God, don't give me any spoilers for Scandal, by the way. I'm gonna watch it through. It's just been my show to watch. This is the Say base brush, so it's the Perfecting Foundation brush. Just picked it up during the sale as well. All right, let's see how this foundation applies. So another show that I watched, which I want to get your feedback on. No Hard Feelings with, what's her face? No Hard Feelings on Netflix with Jennifer Lawrence. The big thing about the show is that she does a fully nude fight scene. So like you get full frontal, but not like full on frontal, because I feel like with women, you're gonna see their breasts, right? But with their vagina, you're not really gonna see like lips and clit. Like we're not getting that deep in it, right? You're going to see the bush, which is what you see. You see her very groomed area, right? Cute, you know, fine, but you see her breasts. She's out here like fully nude. So that's what I knew about the movie, but I didn't know anything else about like the plot. All right, so this applied pretty well. It feels kind of wet and very lightweight. It doesn't give me thick and smooth though. It feels almost like a tint rather than a foundation in like the way it blended and applied. I don't see any smoothing happening. Come in, look at me. It evened out my complexion, but I feel like I can still see texture. So I don't think it's very smoothing. What do you think? Let's put it on this side so you can see it in action. Like it's okay. You want a really smoothing foundation, that Estee Lauder foundation that I recently tried, that's it. And when I applied that, like immediate smoothness, like, whoo, you know? With this, it's like, okay, it looks fine, you know? Even the Fenty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint Stick, blurring, that's blurring. This I don't feel like it's blurring. It says it's blurring, but I don't see it. I applied some more because I think I need more coverage. Anyway, that movie, so I didn't know what the premise was, right? And I'll tell you what it is right now. Essentially, Jennifer Lawrence is a 32-year-old woman that has some money issues. This is all in Montauk, Long Island, by the way, which I know about. But they make it out to be this small, I guess it's kind of small townish, but it's like a vacation spot for rich white people, right? And Jennifer Lawrence is one of the locals, and she owes back taxes on her mom's house that was left to her, right? So the house is paid off, but she owes taxes and she has to pay it, otherwise they seize the house, right? So her car got towed and she needs to find some way to make money, because how she was making money was doing Uber. Stupid plot. So she sees this ad online, right? She's going through like Craigslist. I'm giving this away, so if you're gonna watch, I mean, I'm not giving all of it away, but like giving the general plot away. So she sees this ad online, right? These parents were offering a car, right? Some old used car in exchange for someone dating their son and breaking him out of his shell. He's supposed to be 19, going on way to college. So I think he's going to Princeton or something. So they'll give someone the car if they date the son, right? And so Jennifer Lawrence, now I forget the name of her character, she decides that she's gonna do it, right? So then the whole movie is based around that, her dating this kid, trying to get him out of his shell and whatever, and like the shenanigans that go with that. I found it very uncomfortable to watch. I really did, because you have this 32-year-old woman, obviously they used her real age, right? And this 19-year-old, and I looked him up, he's 21, so he was about 19, 20 when this was filmed. So yeah, the age difference just made me cringe. But I'm looking at it like, I'm so uncomfortable with this older woman, 32, yeah, in her 30s, and this boy, right, 19 years old, maybe 18, right? And it was so cringy. Oh my God, like throughout the whole first half, I was just like, because she's trying to come on to him, right? And he's young, he's shy, he's probably a virgin. Like, I think he is a virgin. And like, she's pushing up on him, and I'm like, it felt so icky the whole time. I'm like, who greenlit this? Like, who said this was okay? And then you look at the writers and the producers, and you're like, of course they're men, right? So they think it's fine. But this is like grooming. It's legit predator behavior. I know he's of age technically, right? It's not illegal, but 19 and 32, that age differential alone, and knowing that she was using him, it was so awful. I hated it so much, but I had to finish it because I'm like, how does it go? And like, the whole thing should have just been scrapped. It should never have been approved. It was so awful. And I look at like Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Leonardo is like 40 something. Let me look. Leo DiCaprio. How old is he? Oh God, 48. Ugh. Like, I would barely want to date him, much less, and I'm 40. I mean, that's my age range. You know, I date older anyway, but 48 dating 19, 20-year-olds. Like, oh God, like, this kid looked young too. And it's like, I know teenagers and early 20s, like, some of these women look older, but they're still young. And like, what conversations are you having? And they look young. Let's be real. Even though they look older, they still look young. All right, let's go in with the YSL All Hours Concealer. This is the Precise Angles Concealer. Let's see what this one says. And I wanted to try this out because I do like the All Hours line from YSL. I think they do a pretty good job. So this is $38 and it's available in 18 shades. I got shade DN1. I also tried out DW1, but it's a little bit too warm. It's very yellow. So I definitely needed the neutral shade. So DN1 is a deep shade with neutral undertones at level 1. This is a creamy, creaseless, full coverage concealer that's designed with a unique multi-use applicator for a natural soft matte finish up to 24-hour wear and hydration. Full coverage, matte finish. It has caffeine extracts known for its visibly anti-fatigue, I said that weird, anti-fatigue properties. Jasmine petals known for its anti-dullness and soothing properties. All right, so twice the size of a standard concealer. Is it? How much product do I get in here? Let's see here. 0.5 fluid ounce. So it's actually what? That's half the size of a foundation. Is that right? It don't look that big because this is 1 fluid ounce. This is half. So the price point isn't that bad if you're getting that much. Okay. It has a unique, precise, angled applicator. So the little applicator, it's interesting, okay? It's angled, but it has like a little well, like a little divot, and it has like a diamond-shaped tip. So it's pointed, it has a little precise tip, okay? It's to spot, conceal, sculpt, and seamlessly enhance features. This lightweight cloud skin formula is packed with skincare actives to make skin look smoother, softer, and firmer after 14 days. After a 14-day consumer test on 165 people, which is a good size study with bare skin, 95% said their skin looked smoother. 90% said their skin felt softer, and 83% said their fine lines and imperfections were less visible. You know what? I can work with those statistics, okay? We're not trying to do too much saying like 99% and 100%. We're being real with it. So let's apply this under the eyes. But yeah, the whole movie was awful. I hated it. Oh my God. Why? Like, why? And Leo makes me sick. Scott Disick too. Nasty behavior. Like, him with the 19-year-olds. I saw like a snippet on Twitter where his daughter, I guess is she the older? No, Mace. How do I remember these names? I don't even watch the stupid thing. I never watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but just by being on social media, you learn the names. So Mason is the oldest one, right? But Penelope is the oldest daughter. And she made a comment to Scott Disick, the father, right? And this is, whose children are these? What's her face? Courtney, the oldest sister. The one that doesn't like him. Whatever. The point is, all right, so we applied that. Ooh, it's a good match. Like, it's a good skin tone match. Like I said, I tried the W shade, the DW1. It was just too yellow, and I know it wouldn't work for me. It'd be too warm. Okay, this is helping out this foundation a little bit. Let me go around my nose. This is a MAC 171S brush, by the way, in case you're curious. I love this brush. And Macy's is also having their 15% off beauty sale. So you can get MAC at Macy's. So, yeah. But yeah, so what Mina said, Penelope, like, they were having a conversation trying to get like a date for Scott. And they were trying to get like an age range, right? And Penelope was like, yeah, not too young, not 19. And Scott was like, I do 19. And Penelope's like, even she knows, like, why are you dating 19-year-olds at your big age? Like, he has to be in his 30s. No, 40s, because Kim is 41 or 42, right? And so Courtney's older than her, so Scott has to be older too. Scott Disick. I'm just looking everybody up, child. Scott Disick. 40. So he's 40. What are we doing, sir? What are we doing? Let's go in with our Kosas powder. I didn't get a new powder. I'm gonna powder this foundation. I'll tell you right now, I don't think I'm in love with this foundation at all. It's okay, but I might return it because it's $54 and it's not that great. So that's what I've been watching, and if you have any recommendations, let me know. I'm watching Scandal, so I'm pretty set for now with that series, and yeah, I might watching different things, entertaining myself, okay? But yeah, the No Hard Feelings movie, not for me. It was so uncomfortable. I was so like perturbed the whole time, and I just finished it just to finish it, just to see like where they went with it. But overall, nah. Alright, so I have two blushes. I have this Givenchy Prism Libre blush. It's the loose powder blushes, you know, with the 4 colors in the different quadrants. And then you shake it up and turn it all about, whatever. I got the darkest shade, which is number 3, the coral shade. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But like loose powder, not my favorite dispense mechanism. It's fine, but we're gonna try it. And then I also have this Ida Cheek blush from Valentino. This is a new shade 302 in their pretty packaging. It's just a pink. It's like a cool tone. Yeah, cool tone pink. Like, look at the studded packaging. Isn't that pretty? Love it. So let's try both. Why not? Let's try both. Let's do the coral one first. So the little, I really hate this little, like, why is it in here? I feel like this is for lighter skin though. I don't feel like this is for me. But I figured if I got the deepest shade, it should be fine, right? It should show up. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's a very subtle color on me, obviously, because I have richer skin. On lighter skin tones, I'm sure this is going to be more intense on me. Not so much. which is not a bad thing because it's still showing color, right? You see some color, it's cute, it's a little moment, but it's not a rich shade at all. Yeah, whatever. It's like a satin finish, not a fully matte shade. So let's go in with the, oh my God, that picked up a lot. I'm a little bit nervous. Ooh, because with these more blue tone pinks, which this is a blue tone pink, it can look a little bit bruisey on me, so I have to be a little careful. I'm gonna have to blend that back a lot, but you see, why is it under my eye like that? Why did I do that kind of application? That color though, you know what? I need to put blush right there and then back it up. Like, why am I putting it? But that color, like compared to that, which you can't see anymore, we know who's the winner here. So I'm gonna blend some of that out with my powder brush, because that shouldn't be right there, and go back in with some more where I needed to apply it and blend it out. This is just a Sydney Grace brush. What brush is this? The number 4 face brush. That's a pretty color, guys. I thought it would have been a little bit too cool tone pink, but that's pretty. And what I love about these, who's at my front door? Amazon. This guy just went running. Oh my God, Amazon works these people to the bone, because he's running, because I think they have to make a certain number of deliveries in their, you know, during their shift. Terrible. He went running, like he gotta go, child. What did I order from Amazon? What did I order? I'm like thinking about it. I don't remember ordering. That's not mine. I don't have an order from Amazon. I'm gonna have to see what he delivered, but it is what it is. Oh my God, someone was so sweet on this complex. So you know how DoorDash will just deliver your stuff? So I had same day delivery from Sephora for one of my orders. It was perfume, right? So expensive, right? Expensive purchase, but I had same day delivery. So I canceled my subscription. I think my subscription ended, when was it? Last Thursday? So it was like one of my last deliveries, because I don't like that you can't tip the DoorDash driver. And I feel so bad. Like, I would have to tip them at the door with cash, and I don't usually have cash. So it's like, you know? So I just used it for the last time, and I canceled my subscription. I don't think I like this Givenchy one. I'm gonna use it again, but so far, not impressed. All right, what are we gonna do? Let me do my lashes, and I'll be back. Yeah, because I'm not gonna do that on camera. I'll be right back. All right, we are back, and it was not an Amazon delivery, because I'm like, I didn't order anything from Amazon, right? It was actually Walmart. Yeah, Walmart dropped off my stuff. I actually got the new Dove holiday scents of their body wash. They have the body scrub, which I love their body scrub. The Dove body scrub is really great. It's effective. It scrubs off all the dead cells off your body, right? But it's also moisturizing, so I love it. I'm just putting on some black eyeliner from Makeup by Mario. They have the body scrub, the body wash. I got the hand wash and the bar soap in the scent Peppermint Bark. So it's for holiday. They also have, there are 2 other scents. There is a sugar cookie, and then one more. I forget, but like a pumpkin spice maybe. So I got the peppermint because I'm a peppermint baby. Smelling the, you know what? Smelling the scrub, it doesn't smell that great. So I'm worried. We'll see. Yeah, but was not Amazon. So I was telling you the story about how I got my DoorDash order, right? DoorDash is really terrible. I really don't order anything from DoorDash or from Uber Eats. I'll go pick up, okay? And did you know that when you order through like the DoorDash site and the Uber Eats sites or any of those food delivery services, in addition to the service fee that they're charging you, so they charge you like a convenience fee and a service fee, right? It adds up. But in addition to that, the actual menu prices have a surcharge on them too of $1, $1.50, $2, $2.50. So if you compare the prices on like the restaurant's website, say Cheesecake Factory, because Cheesecake Factory apparently is not a first date place, right? So like Cheesecake Factory, if you compare their prices in the restaurant or online through their website, it's a different price than you see on DoorDash. And then the DoorDash and Uber Eats and all of them, they don't have the full menu either. So there are only certain selections and you can't like customize a lot of the stuff. So I don't order DoorDash or Uber Eats. No, I'll pick up. Don't worry about it. I will pick up. I will call in my order so I can get the appropriate price. Because why is there an online convenience fee? Like, what are we doing here? How about you incorporate all those fees and all those charges into your actual menu prices instead of adding these fees? Because I think I'm paying one thing and then by the time I get to check out, it's like $5 more than I expected. And then I have to tip. And it's like you want to tip because you have this other service, this layered service of a DoorDash person delivering your order, right? So they get pennies off of that delivery fee thing that that DoorDash pays them or Uber Eats pays them. And they really rely on tips, right? I'll pick up. All that to say, I'll pick up. Anyway, my DoorDash order from my last, same day delivery from Sephora, I'm thinking about the shade I should choose for my lips. I have the Fenty new shades from the, what are they called? The Velvet Liquid Lipsticks. I love these so much, but I'm trying to figure out what shade to use. But yeah, so the order, okay, it's a cool tone lips, so I can't use this shade because this is like an orangey shade. This is fireproof. That's not gonna work. So my order actually got dropped off at the wrong apartment and they take the picture and they just run, right? But it's like, it's happened to me a few times and I'm happy that I get the actual photo, right? So I can be like, what apartment is that? Because it happened with my Surat order, but I got a decent enough picture where I could look at the outdoor furniture and the mat. So they had like the mat and the outdoor furniture. So I could tell if I like walked along to see which apartment it was. So I was able to like walk along and just grab my order from Surat off the balcony of somebody else, right? They were not home because I would have rang the bell and all that, but I just grabbed it and went. It was my package. I'm not stealing, right? But for this DoorDash order from Sephora same day delivery, the picture was just nothingness, okay? I couldn't tell where they delivered it. There was no number. There was no mat. It was just like some random picture. So I didn't know where it was. And I'm just like, oh boy, I got to deal with this right now because it was an expensive perfume order, right? But in the morning, I was going to deal with it in the morning because I know like Sephora, the website was down. Like it was a whole thing, right? So I figured I would just deal with it in the morning. But I got a call in the morning from the front desk, the front office, the leasing office. They were like, hey, we have an order here for you from DoorDash that was dropped off at the wrong apartment. And, they dropped it off here for you to pick up. I'm like, perfect. Thank you so much. So good neighbor, dropped off my order. That was great. That doesn't always happen. Because, if your delivery goes to the wrong door, a lot of your neighbors are not neighborly and they will just take it. And you're like, oh, well, it came to me. I'm just going to take it. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not cool. If I get the wrong delivery, I'm going to look at the address and just drop it off. But with DoorDash, there's no address, right? So I was just like, oh God, because the little receipt on the front will just say your name, but it won't say your address. So it's not like they could have dropped it off knowing the right address. So they dropped it at the front. My name's there. And then the leasing office just found my name and called me. So that was really great. I am happy to say I got my perfume. And it was this perfume from Boy Smells. Don't mind, I used it to mount my glam core light. I can't stand myself, so it's like glued on. But it's from Boy Smells. It's the perfume less. But yeah, that's the story. So this lip color, I don't know that it goes because it's a little bit warmer, right? Which shade is this I'm using? Truth Fairy. It's like what I would consider like a brown ginger shade. It's slightly warm. So it like has a little bit of orange to it, but it's a brownie like tan shade. Really pretty, but I love this formula so much. It's so comfortable. It's so cushy. It feels like a velvet mousse on the lips, and then it sets down to this beautiful velvet matte finish. Stunning. Love it. All right, I need to contour my nose a little bit while I talk you through the products. All right. So the eyeshadow palette, this pretty grunge palette from Huda Beauty, I like it. I do like it. I wanted it to be a little bit more on the gray tone side. That's what I was hoping. So I could get, you know, a cool tone palette. It's still cool tone, but it's cool tone, more pinky mauve, which is not a bad thing. And I'll make it work. It's not a ton of pinks. It's not too purpley. It's very cool tone, but I just wanted it to be a little bit more on the smoky side. But like I said, I got those Glam Light palettes, which should satiate my appetite for grays. Those two palettes are filled with grays. So like the palette, I don't like the two sparkly shades. These two ones, they're too flaky for me, but I can make them work. They're pretty, right? But there was fallout all over my skin because of them, and I'm like, not the biggest fan of them. The foundation, it's so-so. It's just a regular foundation. I didn't get anything extra from it, especially for the price and the claims. It's saying that it's gonna be blurring and smoothing and all this stuff. I don't get that. It just looks regular to me. It's nothing that I would go out of my way to use again, you know? So that may be a return for me. The blushes, let me tell you right now, the Dior blush, where did I put it? Already dropped it back into my basket. This Dior blush, it was okay. It showed up okay, but it really didn't give me enough oomph and power. Compared to my other blushes in my collection, I can do without this one. It's not that great. I think for lighter skin it may be nice, but for me it was so-so. The Eye to Cheek from Valentino, I liked. She is cute. I don't know if the shimmer on my cheeks is from the blush or from the eyeshadow at this point, because I have like a little bit of shimmer on my, on my face, but it's in my cheek area, so I don't know. But not in love with the Givenchy one. The Valentino one, definitely a cutie, definitely a keep. The concealer, it's nice. Do I have some settling? Ooh, what is that? That looks, ooh, So I have some settling. I don't know if that's the foundation though, or the concealer. I put concealer around my mouth, so I'm wondering if that's the concealer. The concealer wasn't really stellar either. I feel like it's fine. It's just okay. And I'm gonna use it again though, because I feel like it's not a good combination with this foundation either. So I want to give it another chance, but not like overly impressed. You know how you'll use something and right away you're like, this is fabulous, it's fantastic. So far with the concealer, not so much. I'm not feeling, you know, that instant love. What else did we try? The brushes from Refer. Love these. I really love the Max series. I'll get the most use out of these. The minis, they're okay. Like, they're tiny though, which you guys know I don't do a lot with tiny brushes. I will reserve these for very detailed looks like cut creases. These will work well. But for my everyday use, not so much. Like, they're okay. The Max series though, I really love the size of these brushes. I love all the shapes, and I think this is a really good set to pick up. We have a shader brush that's a great size. I don't even think it's oversized. I think it's regular size, and even the blended brushes, all of them are like regular size to me, but regular size for me might be oversized to you. Right? I didn't get to use these brushes from Sonia Kashuk. I'm sad because they're so fun, right? But it is what it is. What else did we try? Blush, concealer, foundation, powder is not new. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Lips, definitely love this formula. I love these colors so far. Maybe don't do what I just did and rub your lips together too much, because that just picked up. It didn't necessarily lift. Oh, is this a different color I'm applying right now? What is this? Power Thirsty. Oh, this is a different shade. Yeah, it didn't necessarily lift, but it kind of got splotchy a little bit. So there you have it. This is the final look. What do you guys think? I really like the eyes. My skin I'm not happy with. I'm thinking now, what time is it? 2:30. My brother said he'll be on his way at 3:30, so I have enough time to either film another video or remove my makeup and redo it. What do you guys think? I feel like I should redo the skin. Can I redo the skin without touching the eyes? What do you guys think? That's what I'm gonna do. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed just chatting with me. Tell me what shows you've been watching, what you think about Scandal. Don't, listen. You know what? Don't bother, because you're gonna give me spoilers and I don't want it, all right? Don't bother. Tell me what you've been watching though. Like things that you've been enjoying. You know, I may or may not watch them, but let me know what you've been watching. Oh, the Great British Baking Show too, or Bake Off. Love it, loving it. But yeah, there you have it. Final look. I'm going to leave a full list of the products down below in the description box, along with links on where you can pick them up. Remember, Refer is having their sale. The Sephora VIB sale is going to be over in 2 days. What's today? 2 days. So on Monday is the last day, but they usually sneak in like another sale. So maybe you'll find some other things to pick up here. I will also leave links to my Instagram and Twitter where you can follow me along. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you. Bye, guys.